Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the team. Hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite stocks, and I'm very excited about this stock in 2024. It's the one, the only Google. Now the reason I love Google, I think we all know Google is heavily invested into technology, artificial intelligence, software, data. On top of that, they're the largest search engine in the entire world, and they own YouTube, which I'm a YouTuber, so I kind of have that in. But anyways, with that being said, in today's video, I wanted to talk about what's going on with this company, why we've seen so much growth out of it this past year. On top of that, we're also going to be talking about should you buy or sell this stock. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoy it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Also, exciting news. We just released a brand new swing trading course where we talk about my strategies, my mindset, how I swing trade. It's a one-stop shop for all of your swing trading needs. I'll put it down below, guys. We're doing a Black Friday sale. It's ending at the end of this month, so at least check it out. So let's dive into this. So looking at this stock in general, you guys will see that pretty much since about 2018, we've seen a decent upward trend, right? Lows here at $46, highs at $150. We had an amazing growth all the way up until pretty much mid 2022, where we slowly started to get a little bit of some sell-off. Now, as we continue to go, it soon rebounded, establishing pretty heavy support at about $86, and then it hit some resistance at about $140. Sold off recently, hitting, these 200-day moving average lines, establishing some pretty hard support, right? It hits it a couple of times. For those of you that know, we did do a swing trade on this at this 200-day moving average line, selling at some resistance, but recently it's been using this, this blue line, which is another moving average line, as some support. So what's going on? Why are we getting so much growth out of, Google? Pretty much in the past year, as we go ahead and we zoom out, you guys will see that, yeah, it's been volatile, but it's pretty much gone from $83 all the way up to $140, almost doubling. What's going on? Well, for those of you that don't know, artificial intelligence has been rated one of the best sectors to invest in, by a whole bunch of analysts. And analysts are giving an average return rate of about 37% annually for the next 10 years. And with Google being the leader of that sector, you're expecting, Google to take charge of artificial intelligence, lead the way, and we've seen kind of some great growth out of, Google's AI. But on top of that, I just think Google is just one of those companies that holds hundreds of billions of dollars in cash. They always bring in a great revenue, and they're just one of the technology leaders. They're one of the largest companies in the United States. So looking at the revenue, you guys will see the revenue is up 11%. As we scroll down, the cash flow is up 31%, and some other reasons why we got sell-off, the cash flow was down 8%, 5%, 6%. So obviously people are going to sell the stock. On top of that, as we continue to go up, you guys will see the earnings per share, also known as the EPS, is up 46%. The gross margin is up 3%. The net margin is up 27%. So obviously we're getting a whole bunch of fantastic fundamentals for Google. But one of the key investments for Google, and what a lot of people look at, is the cloud service revenue. And you guys will see that we've been on a steady upward trend of the cloud revenue. But you guys will see that this stock went from 140 all the way down to 120. This massive move. What happened? Well, Google released an earnings. So this is when the company comes out and they give you all the fundamentals about the stock. And pretty much what they said was Google is doing great on the revenue. They're doing great on this, but they actually missed their cloud service revenue goal. They still had an increase, but Wall Street and analysts were expecting more money. And this is a key investment for Google, and that's why we got in so much sell-off. But the overall revenue was still relatively solid. So people soon realized this is more of a short-term issue, and the stock soon rebounded here. And now it's all the way up to $141, which is some resistance. So should you buy Google? Well, Google is a growth stock. And what I mean by this is it's going to be heavily volatile. As we zoom out, you guys will see that the volatility is there, where this thing has gone up and down at rapid rates, right? You guys will see it's gone up and down and up, and it could easily come back down. It's very, very, very volatile. But overall, Google is one of the largest technology companies in the entire world. And for me, I own shares. I'm going to continue to buy shares, and I think it's an absolute very, very awesome company. Now, if you're investing into Google for AI and all of Google's AI features, I think there might be better options for artificial intelligence. Google did release their new AI system. I believe it's called Brad or something along those lines. But what they said is it's really, really competitive to ChatGPT's 3.5 version, but they didn't give you any updates on ChatGPT 4, which ChatGPT, I think we all know, is the largest, AI, open AI system. But if you're gonna invest into AI, I honestly think a company like Microsoft would possibly be a better option, just because Microsoft invested billions into ChatGPT. We've seen a lot more growth out of Microsoft's AI, but Google, for all the other things like YouTube, like search engine, I think Google, that's where their competitive advantage is, as well as Google has so much cash where I think they're going to be investing a whole bunch in the near future into AI like they've already been doing. But I'm very, very excited to see where this company goes. So to answer that question, should you buy Google? For me, it's an absolute yes. And if I was going to do a one lump sum investment into Google, where would I try to buy it? Well, I would try to buy it near and around this 126 area, right around this 200-day moving average line. If I could get in there, I understand we're on a heavy support, and I would just give a higher indication for future growth. But either way, I'm still very excited, to invest into Google. But if you're going to invest, and not do a one lump sum, I would recommend dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is a great way to invest into growth stocks, because what you do is you invest consistently. So maybe you invest once a week, once, a month, every other week. What this does is it gets a good average price for Google stock. So if it does start selling off, you're just averaging down that price. So once it recovers, you make a lot more money. It's a great way to invest into growth stocks and a little more volatile ETFs and companies. And that's the strategy and approach I would take if I couldn't get in near and around 126. But guys, overall, this is just my opinion, so do your own research before you guys invest. But we'll see you guys later. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my new swing trading course. I'll put it down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow.